Well, everyone, the Google Pixel 11 has just officially came out, so you might be wondering exactly how to use this beautiful new phone. Now, luckily for you, there's a lot of cool things to keep in mind here, so we'll just go ahead and get started with it. Now, on the exterior, you do get a very nice display. It's a beautiful display. I really like the way it looks. On the left side, you don't really get too much going on with it. It's basically same old, same old. Nothing at the top, USB-C and speakers on the bottom set. On the right side, you do get your buttons. You do get your volume up and down button as well as your power button on the side. On the back side, you do get your camera setup as well as your charging port, your wireless charger area. Now you do get a triple camera setup here, which is actually a very good camera. Very good, you get your flash on it as well. Now you're also able to get your charger, so you do have that MagSafe puck type of charger here. So you have that type of capability, so you can kind of plug in a wireless charger. It is a standard glass back, not a frosted, but it still looks very good nonetheless. Now turning this thing on, you have a couple of ways. You can basically just glance on it, and glance at it, and it will basically turn on. You can also go through and click on the power button, that'll also turn it on, or you can double tap onto the display. Now on the lock screen itself, you do get your date and your time at the very top, as well as notifications kind of all throughout. You also have your status bar up at the top as well. So you get a lot of cool things here for the most part. Now if you want to, you can customize your lock screen by holding down on your lock screen here, and then clicking on the customize lock screen button at the very bottom. So from here you can go through and you can customize a lot of different things from your lock screen. So you can kind of scroll around, you can see the different types of ways you can kind of customize a lot of these things around. You can go into your shortcuts, clock, theme pack, you can change a lot of different things here. There's a lot of really cool stuff here for the most part, which is something that I really do like. And whenever you're ready, you can kind of swipe back out, and then you can either come into your home screen here, or you can basically just swipe up from the bottom, and you can also just come into your home screen. Now your home screen consists of applications, and it consists of widgets. So here at the very top, you have your status bar. So there's a lot of cool things in the status bar we'll talk about in a second. You have lots of different widgets. So these are your widgets that you have here that come pre-installed. And you also have your applications. Now, if you swipe around, the dock always basically stays where it is. You also have your Google search bar at the bottom. You can go through and move around any of these widgets that you want. So you can go through and move around a widget like this if you'd like. You can also go through and move an application if you'd like to a different page. Really, it's up to you. And if you ever want to see all the applications inside of your device, you can swipe up at the very bottom and you'll be able to see all the different applications that are available. So here you have a bunch of different apps, and you can also go through and kind of see exactly what's going on here as well. There's a lot of different apps that you can basically install, and all those will be visible inside of this particular page. Now you can also go through and swipe it down from the top. So you can swipe down from the top where the status bar is, and you can basically see here that you have a bunch of different notifications. So you can tap onto a notification if you want to open it up, or you can also tap on clear all if you just want to go through and clear all the different notifications that are available. Now, if you want to see all the different toggles and widgets that you basically have available here as well, you can swipe down from where the widgets are, and you can also go through and basically see all the different widgets that are available here too. And you can kind of basically swipe through here and see all the different widgets, and you can tap onto a widget if you want to go and open it up. You also have a little power button at the very bottom here if you want to go and power down your particular Pixel. Now, another big part of your Pixel is maneuvering around the operating system. So if you click onto an application and you want to go and open it up, you can swipe up from the bottom to basically make your way back over into the home screen. So you can do things just like this. Swipe up from the bottom, open up an application, swipe up just like this, and you can basically make your way back over into the home screen just like this. That's another really cool thing you can basically do as well. So you can kind of go through, maneuver around that way, and that basically allows you to kind of, go through your whole entire device. Now, on top of that, if you want to open up an application and basically go back to the previous one, let's say I want to go back to my Play Store, I don't have to swipe up and find it again. I can just kind of drag this bar at the bottom, and I can drag between all the different applications I have. So that's also another really cool thing that we have here too, which is another really awesome thing. Now, if you want, there's also another awesome thing called split screen multitasking. So if you kind of swipe up from the bottom, if you just kind of, look through and kind of pierce through all the different applications, you're able to see all the different applications that are available in the background. So you're able to kind of just see all the different ones here, and that's just by swiping up like this. You can also split screen multitask on your Google Pixel 11 as well. So when you have an application open like this, you can swipe up from the bottom just like this, and you'll see a little drop down little icon right over here. If you go ahead and tap on it like this, another drop down will happen and it will show you split screen as one of those options. So here you can go through and tap on split screen and it will allow you to go through and find a different application that you want to go and start split screening from. So that's another really awesome thing you have the capability of doing here. So here I can go through and tap on a separate application here, and now you can see I have the top app and I have this bottom app just right here as well, which is another really awesome thing. So now I can basically do whatever I want to do here, but that's another cool thing I got kind of going on here. Now, on top of that, another important part of our Pixel 11 ownership is screenshotting. So in order to screenshot out on our Google Pixel 11, all we're going to have to do is basically click the power button as well as the volume down button. So all we want to do is click the power button and the volume down button at the exact same time, and you can see that it will go ahead and screenshot. So once again, power button and volume down button. Clicking on both those buttons will go and take a screenshot just like this, and you'll be able to go ahead and view that in your gallery. So in your Google Photos application right here, if you go and tap on Google Photos, it will go and bring you out into this page. And from here, you can go through and basically, say, let's go, whatever. And from here, you can go through and tap on your collections and tap on screenshots, and you'll be able to find your screenshots right over here. So that's another really cool thing that you kind of have going on here as well. And that's how you screenshot. Now, screen recording is also a very easy thing you can do here as well. So in order to screen record, what you're going to want to do here is swipe down from the top right corner, swipe down one more time, and then you want to swipe to the side, and then you're going to be able to find the screen recording toggle right over here. That's what it looks like. It might be in a different place, but that's what it looks like. Go ahead and tap on it, and then you'll be able to see this page come up. Now here you can go through and you can basically, toggle on whether you want to record the entire screen or you want to record the entire app. It's really up to you. You can record, you can toggle around these things whichever way you want to, but whenever you're ready, you can tap on start, and it's going to start the recording. So now you can see it's going to start the recording. I can really do whatever I want to do here. I can kind of maneuver around things, whatever. And then whenever I'm ready, I can tap on the stop button right up here. I can tap on stop, and it will stop the recording. So now I can see this recording, I can edit it, I can delete it, I can change it whichever way I want to. But that's another really cool, awesome thing that you can kind of do here. Now swiping up out of here, another big part is connecting AirPods and headphones to your Pixel 11. Now, if you want to connect AirPods to your Pixel 11, it's actually very, very easy. So luckily for us, it's a very easy process. Now, first things first, you want to make your way over on your Pixel 11 to your settings. So jump over into your settings application just like this, scroll down to connected devices, which is right over here, and then you want to click on pair new device. So tap on pair new device. On your AirPods on the backside, there's that little button. You can either tap on that button or you can find that pairing button that's available on it as well. And you should be able to see that your AirPods will eventually and essentially come up. So you can come right over here and you can just click on pair when that comes up, and it will start pairing up your AirPods right to your Google Pixel 11. And that's another really cool thing you have going on here as well. That's another awesome thing that you can do. Now, the same thing goes for your Google Pixel Buds. So if you have your Pixel Buds and you want to pair your Pixel Buds over to your Pixel 11, the process is also pretty much the same thing as well. So once again, make your way over into your connected devices panel. So go inside of your settings application right over here, go right into connected devices, tap on pair new device, and once again on the back side of your Pixel Buds, go and hold it down until it gets into that pairing mode, and then you'll be able to see these Pixel Buds basically come up inside of your device. So all you're going to have to do here is basically just kind of wait it out until the Pixel Buds show up here, tap onto those Pixel Buds, and then you want to go and basically bring that into this page. So from here, you should be good to go. There's not really going to be too much. I've already connected to them, but that's basically how you can go through and connect your Pixel Buds here as well. Now, another question some people have is, can you go through and connect an Apple Watch to your Pixel 11? So you may have just purchased an Apple Watch, you may have just bought one of these things, and you might be wondering if you can go through and pair up an Apple Watch to your Pixel 11. Now, I can see why you'd want to do this, right? There's a lot of capability behind it. However, the big thing to keep in mind here is that these two are on two completely different protocols. A Pixel 11 uses Google's protocol. You'll have to have something like a Galaxy Watch or a Google Pixel Watch in order for them to even talk to each other. So the short answer of this is no. there's no way for you to actually pair up and connect a Google Pixel 11 to your Apple Watch. I know it's unfortunate, but there's just no way for you to get those two things to talk to each other, and that's just kind of the case. Now, I think maybe over time someone will find something, but as of this point, that's not really the case. Now, one other thing too that I've always kind of wanted to showcase is that when you take a look at the Google Pixel 11 compared to some other devices, right? And when we have like an older phone, like a Samsung Galaxy S25, S26, S26 is not that old, but when you compare it to older ones, you always want to be careful of the screen damage. As you can see here, my Galaxy S25 I have here is still in pretty good condition, but you always want to make sure you put some sort of screen protector on it in order to protect it for the most part. So that's one of the big things I always recommend people to kind of look out for. Same thing goes for iPhones. With iPhones with these types of displays, they can get some damage. So the last thing you want to do is to go through and just use a device if it's going to be damaged, if it's going to have some problems here and there. So once again, the best thing you can kind of do for yourself is to go through and just make sure you kind of, put some sort of screen protector on it, put some sort of case on it. That way it does kind of end up protecting itself for the most part. So that's another really, really big important thing I'd recommend thinking about here as well. So all in all, that is basically how you use your Google Pixel 11. It's a very good phone. I really, really like this phone. I think they're very good, solid options. And I will say, if you're in the market, I would highly recommend going through and purchasing a Google Pixel 11. I think they're very good devices. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, help me so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.